in 2010, and this spring, 2 days ago, he defended his MFA dissertation. But before ever even entering our MFA program, Mike had already published a book. Leaving our program, he has published 5 distinct essays from his manuscript, including publications in some of the most distinguished literary magazines in the country. And so today, before he even addresses you, he is already one of our most distinguished alumni. He has been an absolute pleasure to work with. He has a brilliant mind and a wicked sense of humor. His work is also full of heart. Mike has already done great things with his writing, and I fully expect him to do even more. Please join me in welcoming Mike Smith.
Woo! Yay!
This is a major mistake. All right. Let's see. I'm a little disorganized, as some of you guys might know. But let's see here. All right. So thanks for voting for me to give this speech. Thank you, Marie, for putting me on the list to give a speech without my knowledge of consent and urging everyone aggressively to vote for me. It's great. I won't forget that. Actually, no, I give a lot of speeches because see, this is my box of speeches right here. Because I like to talk a lot, and people just figure put him behind the podium, and he can do that. So I made a mistake of throwing in my speech for this event in with my box of speeches here, and so it's kind of mixed up with some other things. But I'm gonna look through it here. See if I find it. Like I said, I speak for a lot of other groups and whatever. Okay, now we are here today because we love trees. We love their shining leaves. We love their stately trunks. We love the sound of the wind in their branches. We love to undress and touch the trees. If the goddess in this is not right. Sorry. All right. Here. The title of tonight's lecture already feels wrong. Has been taken directly from my self-published book of the same name, Adult Diapers, Why the Stigma? No. Wrong. Right. We're getting closer here. There's only so much to do. Hey everyone, I cannot tell you how excited I am to see all of you here face to face at last, out of the chat room and into the real world, with all of you, literally all of the world's top erotic fan fiction writers about Carlos. We all. Alright, I should have organized this ahead of time. But here, a very wise man once said to me, "You know why I'm a Mason? The Masons make bad people good and good people better." And that man was Robert Stack, host of TV's Unsolved Mysteries. Maybe that was a dream. I don't know. Regardless, welcome to the 5th annual Masonic hat-making competition. All right, this is difficult. We're just, my goal is to get successful as a writer, and I can hire someone to do this organization stuff. I'm just going to skip through I think this is it funny. I'm going to skip through the first couple of pages. Smith Plaza running red with the blood of the parking department. President in our mob's custody, though, no choice but to forgive all loan debts. Alright, okay, I'm going to go down. Alright, okay, we've been through a lot. This is it. We're on the right track. We've been through a lot during our years in this program. And my comments are directed specifically at the master's students, but extrapolate. We've grown as writers, as creators, and as people. Our work has matured. There's no question that we've all learned a lot, and that we're all now qualified for employment that we would never have dreamed of applying for 3 to 4 years ago. For instance, I'm about to start working at another bookstore. I hope. So that's pretty cool. I like books. Others of you might get the opportunity to teach classes at a community college or wait tables. Some of you might even get to teach and wait tables. Also, I hear Whole Foods is hiring. Trader Joe's isn't hiring, but if you put in an application now, they'll consider it later. I joke, of course. I'm just kidding. All right, we're all doing good things. But seriously, I just got laid off from another family bookstore, and almost all of the employees there had master's degrees. So, at that store, we were each paid $9 an hour with no benefits. So. Anyway, but that's all the way off in the future. That's like far away, like next week. Let's talk about the present. Let's talk about now. Let's talk about sitting in Woodward Hall. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about the past. Let's talk about what we've all been through. The parties, the conversations, the workshops, the classes, the friendships, the romances, the near arrests, the actual arrests, the health crises, the tragic failures of our personal lives, the scandals, the time the school president urged us all to read. You guys remember that? Read. To his credit, though, this poster totally got me to start reading. I read all the time. Never mind about that. The past is for suckers. Alright. Chumps. Know nothing, ne'er all roused about scamps. We don't care about the past, we care about the present. We care about the present. Sitting in chairs in a hall, surrounded by the past. The present's actually kind of self-evident. I'm going to skip forward a little bit to talk about the future a little bit. And the future is very exciting because it's just dire. It's just a dire, grim, terrifying realm. And in it, as you're probably all aware, lurks our inevitable deaths. In the future, you'll die. That's for sure. That's where the future ultimately ends for all of you. For me too. Some of us probably much sooner than we're planning. Because statistically, it's impossible that we all make it to old age. This is not happening. So all that work we put in is for nothing, basically. But even before that, the system is totally stacked against you. Upward mobility is no longer the likelihood that it once was. Inequality is greater than perhaps ever before. The middle class is rapidly shrinking. Marxist predictions about the inevitable demise of capitalism, they're coming true all around us. Our government is transforming into a fascistic oligarchy every day. Let's see, there's now more student loan debt than there is credit card debt, and almost all of us are completely owned by what we owe, and the earth itself is dying. So there's that. But the fact is, everything's against us, and if we accept the system as it is, it might just devour us all and destroy us. But here's the good thing, and it's, there's something hopeful here, I hope. We don't have to accept that system. We're all creators here. Whether we're writing memoirs, manifestos, essays, articles, lesson plans, whatever the rhetoric and writing people do, I have never been able to figure it out. We can choose to excel. We can choose to be great and to create great works. The system might never ever work the way we want it to, but to hell with the system, it's never been good, ever. We're creators, and that's what we do. We're not concerned simply with what is, we're concerned with what could be. We have things in our minds that aren't yet in the world, and we're going to bring them out. We are secular mystics. We're visionaries. And I skipped a page. Here we go. Life is hard, but life has always been hard. Almost every great creator in every field has worked terrible jobs, striven against the odds, and felt absolutely doomed. But we work through that. We get past it. We sell our belongings to pay the rent. We whore ourselves out figuratively and maybe literally. We apply for better jobs, and we keep writing. We fight to bring our business to life. We are creators, and we create. Eventually, I hope that might pay off. And regardless, I'm going to keep at it. I hope you all will too, because I think you're all awesome, and I think you should. During our time here, we built an interconnected community of like-minded people, and I will always be interested in the well-being of all of you. If, for instance, faculty like Greg Martin, or my friends in the graduate program like Katie Pelletier call me, or any one of you talented, amazing, awesome people that I know, calls me for a blurb for their book 10 years from now, I'll be like, hell yeah, I'll give you a review that'll make Nicole Krauss look moderate. Or if say, Ezra, the patron saint of UNM's English Department, puts together a Kickstarter for a study on whether or not tight braids can help a person's brain power. Hypothesis, yes, obviously. Of course I'm going to donate to that. Or if someday, if UNM, the institution itself, calls me and asks for a contribution, I'll be like, no. That's how indentured servitude works. I paid off all my student loan debt back in my early 70s before my second heart attack. I die in peace. Maybe I'll put it in my will, I don't know. Anyway, there's something else I want to say too, and this part's very serious. I said this to a number of you individually, but I want to say it to you all collectively, and that's this. Because of grad school and the massive global scam that is the student loan industry, I'm going to be in debt for much of the rest of my life, but during this time I met all of you, and that has made all of this worth it. You guys mean the world to me. You've made these last 3.5 years almost a pleasure. talked with me, read my work, celebrated with me, walked dark streets with me, danced with me, explored with me, and at least one of you even remained my friend after I threw up in your heating bed during a party. I don't know if Lucy's here, but I'm sorry. For what it's worth, at any future point in my life, any one of you can call me at any time and ask me anything, and I'd be happy to oblige if I can. I like all of you, and I'm so grateful to know you all. I want to see your books in stores. I want to read glowing reviews of your work in the New York Times and Granta and Cat Fancy and Mugshot Junkie. This time, it has mattered. You all have mattered, and as long as we stay committed to our roles as creators, to always improving our craft, to always improving our ideas, to always improving ourselves, to working toward our visions, we're going to be successful. We're going to create great works, we're going to do great things, we're going to live and live and live until we die, and I look forward to watching that happen for all of us. Thanks, we did it. We all did it.
Thanks to our wonderful speakers and to Mike. Wait, for deciding and impressing us.